Hello, BookTube. I wanted to make a little quick reminder video. I've done this a couple of times. It's not entirely comfortable thing for me to do, but nevertheless, uh, I realized the other day that it has been a year that I have had my revived book blog Steve Reads over on Substack. I link to it in every video. It's been a year. It's been a year since David Murphy came over here and walked me through how the site works and gave me the final nudge I needed. I had been thinking, I'd been emailing with him about, is it possible to revive Steve Reads? There's a kind of writing about books that I don't do. I do a lot of writing about books, but there's a kind of writing about books that I don't do. And that would be perfect for it. And he pointed out that the thing to do is to start a Substack. And I made it for pay. I made it so that it's $5 a month for you to read what's over there. I do plenty of reading, plenty of writing that doesn't cost anything. Open Letters Review, of course, the online literary journal where I'm one of the editors, that doesn't cost you anything. But in addition to the kind of freewheeling writing that you do on a thing like Steve Reads, where anything literary that crosses my mind I can write about. In addition to that, there was also the element of writing that kind of stuff and having enough people want to pay for it. I am a creature of that old world, of the old freelancing world of where you write for money. And although I do a lot of writing that isn't for money, that has a particular feel to it that I like. So I risked it. I had butterflies in my stomach when I thought about it, but I risked it, putting it out there. I have a readership that has followed me loyally from one journal to another. That readership is starting to realize that Steve Reads exists. After a year, that they're starting to realize that Steve Reads exists. There are over 200 entries over there, so I haven't been idle in a year, and that's just going to continue. I have got the bug again. I'm very happy to have Steve Reads back in my life. So those entries are just going to continue, and I have a large number of subscribers who have signed up for Steve Reads on a free basis, which means they get, I think, the first paragraph of every piece and nothing else. After that, it's paywall. I have to confess that as much as I've thought about it over the months and months that I've been writing these Steve Reads posts, I have not really understood that. I don't understand why you would be a free subscriber when you get only a paragraph of what's being written. If you like the writer, I would think you would subscribe so that you can get the whole thing. But a number of you have done that. It paid me the huge honor of doing that, of subscribing to Steve Reads either on a monthly basis, $5 a month, or a yearly basis. Some of you have done that. To get that, and that has been wonderful. That is a wonderful feeling, and having Steve Reads back has been wonderful. Uh, I so I wanted to make a video mentioning that, observing the anniversary here for this BookTube channel, and also I guess I would love if that audience were bigger. So urging you to drop that $5 a month on Steve Reads if you were so inclined. I have regular features that I ported over from the old Steve Reads from 15 years ago, where I write about literary stuff in the latest magazines or the latest literary reviews. I write about old books that I found, write them up, things like that. And of course, my year-end lists appear on Steve Reads, as opposed to now they no longer appear on Open Letters Review. They were never a good fit for Open Letters Review, which has many people, many cooks in the kitchen. Whereas those lists are mine; they're mine alone. I don't expect them to speak for other people, other editors, other freelancers. I've ported over a lot of those features. I've also added other things. I've included fiction of my own and intend to do more of that this summer, because I'll be writing at least 2 pieces of fiction this summer, and I see no reason why I shouldn't add chapters on Steve Reads when I do that. I really, this video is for those 2 reasons. It's to commemorate that it's been a year that I've been doing this new Steve Reads, and I love it. It is now part of my writing ritual every week. And also to ask you to come and join the fun. I know that everybody in the world asks $5 a month for something or other, but I think you'll get your money's worth over at Steve Reads if you feel like it. So there you go. I will leave the link is with all of my other info down below. So I wanted to thank you all too, because those of you who have signed up are reading these things and getting back to me about them, and that's wonderful. That's exactly the kind of writing world that I had at the old Steve Reads. So anyway. Steve Reads turns 1 year old. The new Steve Reads, the David Murphy inspired Steve Reads, turns 1 year old. Yay. So I'll wrap this up and I'll be back. Thank you, BookTube.